Hey guys, so we're going to be going through my top 10 photo books of 2016. So this one was a little bit hard, so I do have some runner-ups that I will show you when we get closer to our number one photo book. But rules that I kind of went for is only one album or set photo book per group. So subgroups are separate from the main group if they did come out with an album as well. I tried to look for albums that had that, you know, how thick were they, how nice were the images, outfit changes, or was it the same thing throughout, you know, backgrounds, the whole theme and concept of it, did it kind of match the concept they were going for, like with the music video and the song and things like that, to kind of what they were presenting. So nothing to do with the packaging. This is the photo images on their own. What did I kind of think? You know, quality and quantity was a big thing as well, because I'd hate to have the same outfit, the same background and have like 30 images and then it's like 30 images of just another outfit. It's like, no. I want nice flow of background changes, scene changes. I like a nice flow of poses. I like a good range of close-up and distance images. So this is my preference and opinion. And let's get into this. So my number 10 photo book is from Ailey's A New Game. This was a beautiful photo book to me. I mean, Ailey on her own is beautiful, but here, I'll flip through it a little bit. But the images were very nice. She had a good range of outfit changes, location changes, poses, and I thought it felt like her music video, and I just loved it. Ailey is one of my favorite female artists, and she's not a group, so I know it takes a little bit of time before albums and stuff, oh man, of hers kind of come out, but Ailey's was my number 10. One of my faves. Oh, love this. Okay. So number 9, we have Lay from EXO's Lose Control photo book. I love the box of this as well, but photo books, so let's pull it out so I can kind of show you guys. So he had 2 photo books, which I loved. One was your lyrics book, so your lyrics were a little bit separate. Oh, let me flip this way. Your lyrics were separate, which I thought was nice. So you got to see the images more. There's more images. They're beautiful. I mean, Lay. Hello. Thank you. I mean, yeah. Just take a moment for this. I mean, I thought it fit with his music video. I love the images, the colors that he kind of went with. You know, not everything was being all sexy like, but I liked like the coloring, how they changed it up that way. Got a good range of color, black and white. I know the background kind of stayed-ish the same, but I think the variety on what they gave me otherwise kind of made up for that. So really, really good photo book for my number 9 spot. Ooh, if I can get the box closed, okay. Now, number 8. So for number 8, I have a small group. I picked History's Hymn. So I got both of them here, the spade. So I did count, like multiple photo books kind of came out. I did count them together as one album, because that's kind of what it is. I mean, they were themed pretty much the same. They had this cool, I can't really open them, I have mine sealed because they're signed, but I did also, for my sealed ones, look through I watched my own unboxing videos so I could kind of re-see the photo books, because I did look through every single album that I own to make sure I picked the best for my top 10. But I loved these ones. I loved the backgrounds they did for behind the images, this kind of vintagey look. It felt like it went with the images, so it wasn't like what they did behind the images hindered it. I think it helped support and make the images look even better. and I just loved their Queen music video. Ugh. History is very underrated. Love it. You should check out the music video too. But they have my number 8 spot. Good job. All right. So, number 7. I have a photo book that has been on my mind since it came out. Every time I think of best photo books, this one for sure has been coming to my mind. It has been beaten because better photo books have come out, but this one, whew, good. It is Boys Republic BR Evolution. Love this one. I love the texture of this thing too, but oh yeah, I forgot there's goods and stuff inside that I left. Okay, so this one, oh my god, the theme of it. Just the theme of this thing got me in love. So I love darker, kind of creepy-ish looks, but they nailed it. Let's see if I can flip through this while I chat a little bit. It doesn't want, this is why I hate these kind of things. I can't really get it to stay open. So it was pretty much same background-ish type thing, but I have a nice black and white. Oh my god, their costumes or outfits were beyond amazing. The tattoos that they got painted on, oh my god. I think I died. I mean, this photo book surely inspired me creatively, because a lot of people always ask where I get inspiration, like even if it's for standard art things or things that I come up with, I usually always come up with some of my best ideas or things just in general, and it's usually while I'm listening to K-pop music or looking at K-pop anything. So I find like things like this very inspiring, even if it's just for weird like craft projects that might have no relation to it, but it doesn't matter. If we're inspired, right? I mean, look at that! Ah, it looks so good. Oh, I kind of hate looking at it because I'm seeing it through the camera screen behind. Oh my god. Of course we get some nice shirtless. I mean, who's gonna complain? But beautiful, beautiful photo book. Oh, you guys did good. You guys did good. Let me throw this back in. Okay. So in our number 6 spot, we have Infinite Only. I grabbed the limited edition one just because it has all the images I like best in it. And I don't have to worry about member images in the back. So I mean, already look at this cover. I mean, infinite. I expect a lot more from veteran artists because, I mean, they come out with so many albums already, and I expect to be wowed. And this photo book, loved it. Okay. Not very good at this flipping through thing, clearly. But I love this kind of dark fog blue kind of style that they were going with, as well as like their close-up black and whites. And then I didn't really like how they did some of those smaller images, but it's nice that they outweighed them with nice, large, beautiful, big images as well. Especially love in this one that they kind of, gave you a little bit of everything. I mean, even these ones with like, almost looks like they had like a filter sheet in front. Look amazing. I like skipped a chunk of them. But it also went nicely because they kind of matched the photo cards, which is nice because I love when the photo cards match and like almost are in relation to the photo book, because I hate when they're the selfie images. I mean, if I want to see selfie images, I'll just follow the artist on Instagram or Twitter. I mean, I'm going to get all the selfies I need from that. So I like when the photo cards match my photo book as well. So overall, loved it. Beautiful photo book. Expect better next year. Well, this year. Okay, so in the number 5 spot, I've got Vic's Hades version. It has to be the Hades version. Because I didn't count all 3 as a conception. Nope. It has to be separate. Hades single. By far was my favorite photo book. Okay, so let me get the disc part out of the way so I can flip this. So, I mean, who doesn't? I love that they all had their own, like, thorn-ish kind of theme for each member. And, like, they had the tattoo going on. That was kind of the concept of this whole thing. Like, tucked behind the photo books. But, and it would beautifully, I mean, Robbie! Look at that. Ugh. Thank you, Robbie. I mean, I think they all looked good. I think this theme, I love this theme and concept when they do this with Vic's. They pull it off beautifully. The only downside was like they had the 3 different members in the back. Woo! Leo. And then they still wore the chains in their live performances and everything. Ugh, and this blue's my favorite color. So them toning this is like a blue color. Loved it even more. Loved. Oh, this is one of my favorite. This has to be by far. Like, oh, I'm sorry. This one. This has to be by far my favorite image. Of like the whole thing almost. Ugh. I just love it. Love it. Very good, Vic's. Not the top of my list. Top 5's good. Top 5 is good. All right. So, number 4, I've got a group I always say I expect a lot from for photo books because they've always been some of my top favorites. And of course they delivered for me being number 4. I've got Snooper. Ah, and they're a very small group too. I wouldn't say they're very popular, but they seem to be getting their name out there. So it's going to be Snooper's album, Reign of Mind. Loved it. Compass is probably my least favorite photo book of Snooper's, but this one, Snooper. Shall we flip through it? Of course we shall. So I think it's a pretty good size. And then of course the back is my favorite images. So we've got this nice rain scene, of course. And then, so I love the rain, and then, hello, they like glitterified them. I mean, boom. Loved. Ooh, look at that with the tattoo as well. And then got some nice black and white rain, of course, still following the theme with the clouds. They got some of the shirts they did for their music video. So it's all nice and tied together. We got close-up shots, we got far away shots, we just got beautifulness. And then of course we have a little bit different, not very posy or, you know, too much like the music video, you know, something a little different. Just a little more, I guess, casually clothed and things. I mean, my bias was looking good throughout this whole thing. Ah, look at that. How I love that earring. One with the chain. I love these like ear cuff chain earring things. Good job, Snooper. I expect better. I want to see you as my number one. All right, now, before I finish my top 3, I'm going to show you some of my runner-ups that made it almost into my top 10 list, but fell just a little bit short. So we have NCT 127's 127. I thought it was a good album. I kind of wish it would have been a little bit bigger. I loved the images, but clearly a lot of lyrics there, which kind of is a drawback. The images were a bit small. It kind of was the same thing. It only seemed to really have given us the images that they teasered, not too much extra, and I was kind of expecting a little bit more, so it didn't make it in to my top 10. So a runner-up was Monsta X's Clan Part 1, the Lost version, very particular Lost version. Because together, since I did have to count both of them as one album, both versions, which is why Monsta X didn't make it into my top 10, or else they would have, because these images, if they would have just stuck to this, would have definitely, I mean, this is like exactly like the music video, which I was in love with. And if they just would have kept this style and feel going, or did just this album photo book, it would have definitely made it into my top 10, no questions asked. I mean, the coloring, the imagery, I mean, they themselves just looked amazing. I mean, I'm kind of tempted to do a painting of I Am in this like red light background. But could have made it if you ditched the other half. But Monsta X. Another one that almost made it was K&K's Remain. I loved their style and look in this one. I just thought it was nice, very much like the music video. I loved like the more blonde hair on the members. I loved the more grunge background. I just think overall, really, really strong photo book, and my favorite one out of their releases from 2016. We also have just 2 more. Big's Aphrodite. And this one I mainly picked because of their outfits. I thought were really nice. They fit with, here of course we gotta skip all the lyrics. I think fit their music video, and then it kind of detached a little bit in the back, which is why I didn't make it into my top 10. Almost. Good try, but we'll see what they come out in this next year. And the last one that almost made it into my top 10 was High 420. Really, 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 really good. I fell in love. Didn't fall in love with this uber gloss paper, but I just loved the look and the feel of it, and I just loved the darker. Love the images in the back, way better than the ones in the front though. So it was kind of like a half album for me. I half loved it and the half thought it was okay. So that's why I didn't make it. Now, my number 3 album that I loved the photo book of was, and you guys might be shocked, but Sistars. I believe it was like 4th mini album. I Like That, I believe it was called. Oh, that's at least their title track. This one, music video, out of this world. And they carried it on into their photo book as well. I mean, the outfits, beautiful. And I know one of them had their tattoo that they had painted on in the back, on their back. There's an image of that. I mean, the wet hair, I mean, look at that. The images are huge and they are beautiful. And, oh my God. This is a photo book I think I've looked through quite a few times. I just think it's, oh, really good. It's my first Sistar album I ever bought. It's the only one I own. And I'm excited to see what their other ones look like. But number 3, really, really good. I like the top 3. I'd argue between which ones I liked. It kind of almost came down to counting the pages and just doing like a percentage. Which one did I like? 80%. Okay, this one's this number. My number 2, I didn't think this group was going to make any of my lists, but thank God they brought it in. It is B2B's New Men. Ugh, I hate the shape of this box, but this photo book, let me show you. It is so good. The music video, I'm so glad they didn't do another ballad, but the music video, oh my gosh, did they carry it into this photo book. Look at this. Look at this. The coloring, I love when they use all this kind of color in images. You got a good range of close-up and distance. It's a good thick size photo book, and they change it up nicely throughout. You get to see Peniel without a hat on, which is nice because sometimes they put them in grandpa hats and it kind of just makes me laugh. And then just beyond these images were just so good. Oh, I love it. Thank you, B2B, for stepping it up. And my number 1 photo book. I bet you can guess it. I'll give you a moment. If you guessed BTS's Wings, then you are 100% correct. I counted them all together as one album, which made it, if I only could count one, BTS would not have made it that high up in my list, honestly, because then I would complain that I was missing members of the group. Because who would want that in their photo book, missing groups? So, I'll flip through them pretty fast. You got, of course, all your BS lyrics in the back. Like, back half, I guess. And then only half of your album is images, group, unit, and then your solo. Oh, but I just loved it. Followed the theme, music video, and everything like that. Ended up looking so good, BTS. I mean, their logo and everything. I just wish the images were a bit bigger, and that would have, like, it would have been a no questions asked top. I argued very hard for BTS to be number 1 with myself. But the images, like Jin's are some of my Jimin's are some of my favorite images, and V's I think are my favorite images of, like, out of them all. I just think their theme and concept was kind of the best. And then probably Suga's. Suga's was really nice too. I know Jungkook's like the number 1 most popular in the whole group, but and there you have it. That is my personal top 10 photo books from 2016. Let me know what you agree with from my list and tell me your list down in the comments down below. I'd love to know what your favorites were. I know I had 2 females in my whole top 10 list, but of course, some of them almost I thought about, but nope, their books just weren't good enough. to top for what I prefer for image-wise, a little darker look. But again, let me know what you guys liked. I'd love to know your opinions. So like and subscribe, and until the next video. Bye guys.